All right, hello everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in with me again today. We're going to be doing something a little bit different today. Life has been a bit stressful for me. For those of you that don't know me in real life, I currently go to university. I'm an engineering student and I'm in my final semester. So things are really picking up the pace here towards graduation. So my time to actually devote to some modern gameplay has decreased significantly, especially now that I've also been accepted to graduate school and I am preparing for that. So in general, my life is very busy. I'm going to try to keep up the content, especially for Grixis Delver and all that kind of good stuff. But with that said, we're going to take a bit of a break today. We're going to do something a bit more relaxing, maybe something we can enjoy a bit more. And that's the Modern Cube that came out a few days ago on Magic Online. And I've played, I think, 6 leagues now at this point. I was able to 3-0 3 of them. And from what I could tell, green is like the best color. And whether you pair that with red, black or blue, those are all really the strongest combinations. And straying away from that, I found that I was getting worse results as I strayed away from green. So we're gonna definitely try to stay in green. But with that said, let's join up a league here. This cube has actually been really fun. There's a lot of replayability in it, so I'm a big fan. I think it's a lot less powerful than the Legacy Cube, of course. I think there's only a few infinite combos that I've noticed. Something with Kiki-Jiki and Restoration Angel, maybe Pestermite is all I've noticed. I don't know if those archetypes are really strong. I haven't experimented that much. I've mostly just been forcing Jund or green-black or green-red because I feel those archetypes have the strongest removal and the strongest top end. With that said, we'll see what we get in our packs here. We'll try to pick up some signals, see if we can maybe experiment a little today or stick to what I know works. But yeah, this cube is a lot of fun. I've really, really, really enjoyed it. The gameplay is interactive, not very linear. It's just been a lot of fun. And so I'm kind of sad that we only have this for another week and a day. I really enjoy cubing when it comes out. It's also a really nice way to get some play points pretty easily. So with that said, I'll go ahead and pause the video, and as soon as we get 8 players here, I'll restart it. Oh, never mind. That was pretty quick. Alright, let's take a look at our first pack here. Alright, first things I see here... Wow, this pack is actually extremely powerful. So there's I would say, 3 sort of mythic level cards in here. Jiragas Tree Speaker is basically Sol Ring. It is probably the #1 best green card in this cube. Now there's also Ugin, which we know is not going to wheel, and there's also Chandra Flamecaller, which is also very strong, and a runner-up Liliana and Hero Bladehold. With that said, I think this is a pretty easy Jiraga Tree Speaker. Green is just really, really powerful in this cube, and this pack is just very strong, so I feel like if we maybe wheel Lily or Chandra, or we're not wheeling Ugin, yeah. So we're going to go with Tree Speaker, and we're going to be very happy with it. Alright. Let's take a look at our pack here. This pack's a little bit more underwhelming. If we want to maybe think about going green-black, we can take Twilight Mire, because this is actually a very good fixing card. Glint Sleeve doesn't do quite a good impression of Dark Confidant, and it's not the kind of effect we're going to be looking for. If you want to stay in green, there's Scavenging Ooze. I think Hero's Downfall is probably the best card here. There's a lot of pesky Planeswalkers in this format, and being able to get rid of them, even though we're dipping into another color, I think green-black is still a very strong combination. So we're going to go ahead and take Hero's Downfall. Now we have a Llanowar Elves, we have a Den Protector. I think Llanowar Elves is probably the pick here. We're always going to find something to fill our top end with. Having that early game ramp, trying to be explosive, is, I think, the best strategy. Let's take a look here. This pack a little weak. We could go for Jund. Huntmaster is not a bad sort of mid-game card. especially against some of the lower to the ground decks. It really gums up the ground. It can flip pretty easily. Green, however, has dried up in this pack. I don't think there's no reason to take Steam Vents. I don't think Lifebane Zombie is worth picking at this point. Now there's the argument for Sea-Brass, but Sea-Brass, the damage picks up over time, so I don't really want to invest in that. White has been pretty open, so it's possible we should be picking up the signals going green-white, but I think green-red is a little bit more powerful that we can take that pick. Alright, let's take a look at our pack here. Once again, green. I mean, Progenitor Mimic is a really strong card. And it could be a sign that green-blue is open, but if we want to go Jund, Smoldering Marsh will be a great pickup. And there's also Ulcerate, which is a really nice, cheap removal spell. I'm going to go ahead and say, we might be going into Jund. I'm telling you, I really like Jund, guys, so getting Fixing for it is pretty important. Alright, this pack's a little more interesting. We have Falconwrath Aristocrat, not a very good card. It might seem good, but unless you're playing an aggressive red-black strategy, it's not the it's not the deck we want to be in. Wolfear Silverheart is very powerful. It's a card we're likely going to play in almost any deck. And Brain Maggot has also been okay, but I don't think it meshes well with the strategy we have going on here. So I think we should just stick with what we got. And we will pick Wolfear Silverheart. Alright, let's take a look at our pack here. I like Overgrown Tomb a lot. This will let us fix very well. And all these other cards are pretty underwhelming. I've tried a Johnny Mentor of Heroes. He's not that great. I had a Naya deck that I went 2-1 with. So we're just going to stick to the game plan here. Now we got a Blood Crypt. Let's take a look, make sure nothing else. Wow, Goblin Guide and Shrine of Burning Rage definitely means that Mono Red is open. But I think we're not doing that in this draft right now. So what we're looking to pick up is maybe a few more early games. So this is a tough pick actually, because we're not necessarily committed to the Jund, and Nest Invader is not a bad ramp spell. It's a 2/2 body with a the thing is the ramp isn't permanent, and that's why I'm more inclined to take the fixing. Liliana Vess is not that great of a card either, and there's also Sword of Feast and Famine, which is a pretty good card. But actually, should that be the pick? I mean, we are going a pretty creature-heavy approach, and the swords are pretty good. Although we'll take the sword. That was a tough pick. Oh, Twilight Mire, we got back. That's great. Wildfire. You play sacrifice 4 lands, 1 much for each creature. Well, I mean, are we a Wildfire deck? I think it's better than Evolving Wilds. I don't know if we're playing it, but we'll go ahead and put it on the side. Slaughter Pact is not a bad removal spell. I'm not sure if we'll main deck it, but it's not bad at all. We'll take Ulcerate for the sideboard as another piece of removal spell, so for some of the more aggressive decks. But we have good fixing. We have decent, payoff for going double color. We'll take the Carrigan. I don't think we're playing it, though. Abyssal Persecutor. Interesting. I mean, if we find a way to... Yeah. Alright, let's take a look at our next pack here. I really like Maelstrom Pulse. I'm not sure it's better than Lotus Cobra, though. Maelstrom Pulse... Oh, Mere Battlesphere as well, jeez. Mere Battlesphere is also incredibly powerful, and it's a card that's not likely to wheel. But it's very tough to pass up Lotus Cobra. We don't have any fetches yet, but Lotus Cobra could be really, really strong with some fetch lands. With that said, Mere Battlesphere is incredibly powerful. I know I said that top end usually comes around by the end of it all, but make that a little bigger. But, oh, man, That's just a really tough one to pass up. I don't think we can pass Lotus Cobra here though. I think Lotus Cobra is just, it fills a nice gap in our curve. Wow, Palladium Mirror. Or is it Thract? Or, damn, this, oh man, I thought these as well. This pack is strong. I really like Thragtusk. It's a really nice solid mid-game body that just gums up the ground. However, Palladium Mirror can really help ramp. The problem is we don't have too much to ramp, so we're kind of looking at the mid-range game here, which is why I'm leaning towards Thragtusk. Alright, we'll go with Thraggy. Oh man, here we got some really good payoff for being green-black. Wow, there's Oracle, there's Vraska, there's Master of the Wild Hunt. I really like Vraska, but Master just takes over games so well. Master is super strong if it can survive a turn. So that's what we're gonna go with here. And we're looking like we have a pretty good shell of a deck. Maybe we want to get some more early game stuff to do. Hornet Queen is really good top end though. Let's make sure we're not missing anything out of this pack. I mean, Koth isn't great. It's better in an aggressive deck. And we're unlikely to splash white. Runescarred is also not a bad top end. Tireless Tracker also not bad, but Hornet Queen just takes over the ground completely. And the air. Which is why I'm going to go for that. Now, we might not even have to be red-black. We could just be Jund. Green-black. We'll see what we get past here and stuff. Sheoldred might seem nice, but it's not that great of a card. Kolaghan's Command, not too bad either. Sphere of the Sun actually is a solid, very solid ramp spell. We're going to go for that. Cultivate. I wouldn't mind picking up Consuming Vapors here. It's actually a pretty great card. But Cultivate just does everything we want it to do. Ramps and ensures land drops to hit our 5, 6, 7 drops. And we are lacking a bit in the 2-drop, 3-drop, 1-drop, 2-drop ramp. So we just want to make sure we're getting enough good stuff. Alright, let's take a look at a pack here. There's Eternal Witness and Ultimate Price. Now, we don't have any removal yet, but Eternal Witness is just so strong that we're going to have to pick it over here. We have Hero's Downfall, we have Slaughter Pact, so we're not completely without removal. And it would be nice if we get the Maelstrom Pulse back. That'll put us really heavy on 3s, but I don't think that's going to matter too much. We haven't seen much fixing in this pack. But we're already at 14 playables, which is pretty good. But I would like to pick up like a Wooded Foothills or a Windswept Heath or some sort of green, actually some sort of red fetch. Or black fetch. We need a black fetch. Like a Verdant Catacombs or Bloodstained Mire. Those would probably be the best pickups right now. Arc Trail is not bad. I think we'll go Arc Trail. It's a solid it's a solid removal spell. Helps in the aggressive matchups. And even a lot of the bigger decks use mana dorks that are nice to get rid of. And there's a lot of tokens decks, like white X token decks. Sweet, so we got the Maelstrom Pulse back. We got a lot of stuff back, so. Duplicant's not bad either, but Maelstrom Pulse is just a really quick, easy removal spell. And so right now I don't think we're main decking Slaughter Pact. We'll see if we're short on playables. But right now our deck's in a good position. Vivid Grove is a pretty good. I mean, Elsa Shadow is solid. We're not playing either of these colors. Let's take Spellskite for the burn matchup. The mono red matchup is real. It is a deck, very strong archetype in this format. All right, nothing great here. Let's just take a green land in case we need blue for some reason. Ancient Grudge. Oh, Skin Render, actually. Yeah, we'll take Skin Render. Aethersphere Harvester could be good for the aggressive matchups. Herald Torment, not the card we want right now. Not for this kind of deck. We're more sort of trying to grind here. All right. Come on. All right, let's see what we got. Anything in the big bomb, something? Wooded Foothills. There's also Whisperwood Elemental, which is a really strong card to ramp into. I think we're going to go with Whisperwood. It just takes over the game so easily. I would have liked to get that Wooded Foothills, though. It might wheel, but it's... Oh my gosh, Noble Hierarch, and Windswept Heath, and Sakura Tribe Elder. Man, there's Dreadbore. I mean, we're bound to wheel something. This pack is incredibly powerful. So we're gonna take the Mana Dork and do our thing. This pack is tough, but we'll take the Murderous Cut, another piece of... No, we'll take Bloom Tender, actually. Yeah, I mean, it's just a 2-mana ramp spell. Abrupt Decay or Go for the Throat. That's a tough choice. I think we'll go for the Throat. I think it's the better removal spell. Even though that can handle non-creature permanents. We've got a pretty good looking deck here so far. And we have, what, 21 playables? Playables cards we'd be very happy to play. So no matter what we pick up from these next few packs, should be pretty good. Temple Misty. Does Misty get us anything? It gets us Overgrown Tomb. Might be worth it. I don't think we... Oh man, Victim of Night is also really strong. I think we just take Misty Rainforest. I mean, it doesn't get us red, but it'll get us green or green-black, which isn't bad. We definitely would like some more duels. More ways to fix our mana. Because we have a lot of double black. We've got just a tiny hint of a red splash. I don't think we'll wheel the Wooded Foothills, but anything's possible. Alright. Olivia Voldaren is actually really strong. So is Thundermaw Hellkite. Also Woodland Cemetery. I think we'll just take Olivia, because she can really take over the game. Mana intensive, but worth it. Alright, we're at 22 playables. So we're looking pretty good. Alright, Search for Martyr was a pretty easy pick. Just some more ramp. I don't think we need Earthquake. Rampaging Velos is actually very strong. Really good to ramp it out. Oh man, we wheeled the Wooded Foothills. That's fantastic. We got really good fixing now. 2, 3, 4. So what are we at? We at 24 playables? Oh man. Alright, our deck is really rounding out very, very well. And if we get like the Windswept Heath, would also be really nice. Because the more fetches, the better Lotus Cobra and Rampaging Velos become. We didn't wheel it, but we got Dreadbore. Solid removal spell. There's a lot of, like I said, pesky planeswalkers. That's why I really like these kind of dual removal spells. Alright, Outpost Siege maybe for the grindy games. Our deck is looking fantastic. Alright, wow, we actually wheeled Abrupt Decay. That's great. And another land. Alright. Well, I'll see you guys in deck building in just a few minutes. I gotta go do something, but then we'll be back and finish building this deck. Alright, so I'll see you guys soon. Alright, hello everybody and welcome back. I apologize for the hastiness towards the end of that draft. I had to go let my girlfriend in the building. But we're all set to start building the deck. So let's take a look at the cards we've got here. The most important part of this deck is going to be the ramp. So let's go ahead and get the major ramp pieces. Duraga Treespeak, Llanowar Elves 2, Duraga Treespeaker, Elves of Deep Shadow, and Search for Tomorrow. I would say these are probably some of the best 1 mana ramp spells available. Bloom Tender, Lotus Cobra, also very strong, especially because we have a couple of fetch lands. Eternal Witness, Cultivate, both great. Let's take a look at our 4-drop. Master of the Wild Hunt is fantastic. Thragtusk, Whisperwood, Bolfiro is also great, and then Rampaging Balos is a great ramp as well. And I think we're going to be Jund, so let's go ahead and get Huntmaster in there. Let's get Olivia Voldaren. And then let's go separate all of our removal. I don't think we're a Wildfire deck, so we'll go ahead and cut that. Arc Trail might also not be necessary main deck, because we have all this other really strong removal. I like Hero's Downfall. I like Go for the Throat. And Skin Render is not bad either. I'm not a big fan of Arc Trail or Slaughter Pact main deck, or Ulcer 8. And let's see, do we need the sword in the sphere? Let's put Sphere of Suns in. We're probably gonna be 16 lands, just because we have so much ramp, and we don't want to flood too often. So these are probably the 3 best pieces of removal. Hero's Downfall, Go for the Throat, also really strong. The question is, do we want Sword or Skin Render? Protection from green and black. Make our opponent discard cards and untap all of our lands. Do we have? I mean, we have ways to like sink our mana. But Skin Render is really nice too. Whew, this is tough. Maybe we cut the Sphere and add both. But having ramp is really important because we got a really big top end. So that's our hard removal, which we have a lot of, which is great. Yeah, I like Sphere of the Suns. Maybe we don't need Skin Render. Maybe that's just a bit much. And then we'll get the sword in. I think that's pretty good. Let's take a look at our dual lands. So we got Blood Crypt, 2 Misty and Wood Foothills, which are great. We don't have Stomping Ground, but we have Smoldering March to fetch up, Temple of Malady, and then this land as well. Alright, so let's sort by color right now. So we're definitely going to be mostly a green deck with a bit of a red and black splash. So let's add some basic lands. Turn 1 green is going to be very important. So let's see. Got 1 red source to get with Cultivate. And then another 1, 2, 3. So 4 red sources. I think that'll be enough. How many black sources? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, and then we got plenty of forests, and we're mainly a forest deck. So yeah, this looks like the deck, the main deck, and I think we have some pretty good sideboard tools. So yeah, I'll see you guys in round 1.